Of course, the lead news yesterday, as far as Auburn football is concerned, is two young and talented defensive backs entered the transfer portal. Colton Hood and Tyler Scott. Obviously, anytime two talented players enter the portal, it stinks. It's not an ideal situation. But we did talk about this. It did speculate like it would make sense if it happened. Maybe not those two players specifically, but I mean, there's kind of a logjam of talent in this defensive back room. And there are other position groups where it's like, yes, there's seniors, then there's some juniors and sophomores, and then there's some young guys. With the defensive back room, there's some old guys, and there's a bunch of young guys, a bunch of true freshmen, a bunch of redshirt freshmen, and a handful of true sophomores that are kind of in the way, and they're all kind of battling for these spots. And so Colton Hood and Tyler Scott, I think they're both talented players. There's no question about it. There's no question that their upside is something that Auburn wanted within their program moving forward. Does this impact the 2024 season? I don't think so. I don't think it impacts the 2024 season. Does it impact the 2025 season? Yes.
Colton Hood was born on February 23rd in Jacksonville, Florida. His hometown is listed as Conyers, Georgia, an Atlanta suburb 25 miles east of downtown Atlanta, with an approximate population of 15,195. Son of Benji and Dr. Crystal Hood, Colton has two sisters and five brothers. His brother Ben Hood attended Auburn and Georgia State and played football as a cornerback. His brother Caleb Hood attended Georgia Southern and played football as a wide receiver and holds 5 of the school's records. Career receptions, 252. Career receiving yards, 2,692. Career 100 yards receiving games, 6. Single-season receptions, 101. Single-season receiving yards, 948. Colton's younger brother, Brandon Hood, is a class of 2024 running back who also joined Colorado, committing on the same day as his brother, April 28, 2024. Brandon Hood rushed for 3,087 yards and 36 touchdowns in his prep career. Colton Hood's father attended Auburn University, where he also played football. He later transferred to Morehouse College. Colton's mother, Dr. Crystal Hood, is a pediatrician and founder of Pediatric Center for Wellness. She attended Spelman as an undergraduate student and Morehouse School of Medicine. Colton's uncle, Roderick Hood, also played college football at Auburn. He would go on to play for the NFL for nearly a decade, most notably for the Philadelphia Eagles. For high school, Colton attended Eagles Landing Christian Academy, the class of 2023. Elka is a private Christian school located in McDonough, Georgia. Colton Hood has been described as an impact player on both sides of the ball, who helped the Elka Chargers reach the second round of the Georgia State playoffs. He was the 2022 Region 5 2A Athlete of the Year for Coach Tanner Rogers, finished with 40 tackles and 3 interceptions on defense in 2022, his senior season, and on offense had 1,112 yards, which included 646 receiving, 279 passing, and 186 rushing, along with 13 touchdowns. Also a 3-time All-Region baseball player, part of an All-State 4x100 relay and track. And a basketball letterman. First Team All-State and First Team All-Region Defensive Player of the Year in his junior season. 2022 Georgia Athletics Coaches Association All-State Team. First Team GHSF Daily All-State Player. 2022 Class 2A All-State First Team Defensive Back. Colton Hood received more than 30 college scholarship offers to play football. His first 7 offers in the order received were LSU, Georgia Tech, South Carolina, Louisville, Kansas State, Kentucky, and Boston College. Other offers included, in the order received, Mississippi State, Ole Miss, Coastal Carolina, Indiana, ECU, Kansas, UCF, Pitt. Colton Hood received his first offer as a receiver from Penn State on January 29, 2022. Vanderbilt, University of North Carolina, Liberty, Minnesota, Georgia Southern, Clemson, Michigan State, University of Florida, Arkansas, Georgia State, Purdue, and Auburn. On September 5, 2022, Colton Hood committed to Michigan State, but would later decommit on December 10, 2022, and commit to Auburn on December 11, 2022, making it official on December 21, 2022, during the early signing period.
Next, we have Colton Hood. He is a 3-star defensive back that recently flipped his commitment from Michigan State to the Auburn Tigers.
I mean, yeah, I love Michigan State. You know, I got a lot of love for the people and the coaches there. But it's just like it's a little farther from home. You know, I wanted to be closer to home, and you know, Auburn is where I always wanted to go. So, just getting that opportunity, it was a no-brainer.
All right, welcome to a very special edition of the Auburn Undercover podcast. We got Philip Dukes on, Christian Clemente hosting. But the reason it's a special edition is we have one of Auburn's newest commits, Colton Hood, on the podcast today. Before we get into introing him a little bit and before we let him talk, I want everybody that's on Twitter, that's on Instagram, to go and follow him. He's on Twitter at Colton_Hood 2023, on Instagram at HoodEra1. We're going to have those links in the description of the YouTube video, in the description of the podcast, all that stuff. For those that don't know, Colton Hood is an Auburn legacy. The name that you would probably remember the most is Colton's uncle, Roderick, who played at Auburn, went on to play in the NFL for like 8 or 9 years, had a very successful career there, very successful career at Auburn. But, you know, Colton, your kind of whole family has been at Auburn, so you grew up following Auburn. Yeah, so, you know, Colton's family has been to Auburn. Colton is one of Auburn's newest commits. He's a 3-star in the 24/7 Sports Composite rankings. I think he's higher than that. You know, Dukes and I had this conversation the other day. What people don't realize is Colton is also an incredibly talented baseball player. So a lot of those camps and different opportunities to play in the spring and football, Colton's out playing baseball. And so he's missed out on those opportunities a little bit, but it doesn't take long watching his film, especially his senior season film, to kind of see Colton's talent as a cornerback. Colton, you did it all this year. You would look at the max preps after the game, and it'd be C Hood quarterback, C Hood running back, C Hood wide receiver. Then you'd go over to defense, and it'd be C Hood 6 tackles, interception, touchdown. It was a little bit of everything this year. I want to just ask you about that kind of. You know, you did it all this year, and just kind of, you know, you were kind of asked to do that. And so, how important was that for you to be able to do all that stuff and just kind of contribute to that team?
Well, first I want to say it's a big honor to know that my coaches think that highly of me, you know. But I also want to say that I wasn't the plan at the beginning of the season. You know, we had a lot of injuries. Like my brother, he's like the number 4 running back in the country on the ESPN, and he got injured. He tore his ACL. He was a starting running back, and you know, our quarterback got hurt, like got banged up a couple times, so I had to go in for him in the second half and just try to give my team the best chance to win. You know, it really never was about what position I would play for me. Even in college, like I really don't care. I just want to do my best to help the team and reach my ultimate goal. I'm just trying to play in the NFL. So.
I'm really not sure if this guy plays DB or receiver. He's dynamic with the ball in his hands, and kind of anxious to get him here and see. Colton Hood, Auburn legacy guy that we were able to flip from Michigan State, and he in turn helped us. Wonderful mother and father, and Crystal and Benji.
Let's go.
What do you want to be? Because ultimately, it's your team. Miracles are in the process of what you become. And so, man, embrace the miracle, embrace the process. Can't win together unless you work together. Don't drift, be intentional. That takes work. Where you go, this program goes. Be willing to serve others, all right? Man, let's have a great summer. But you must learn to work together so that we can win together, all right? So go to work.
Visionary. It's getting scary. You know it's true.
Work time! First day. Let's go. Season's just around the corner. It's getting a little cold.
Whew. About to be a great camp. Let's work.
All count ready. Let's do it. Finna work, baby.
Really excited. You know, it's my first camp. Ready to
Your
go.
root, your baby. It's his first one.
I'm ready to work, man.
Let's do it.
Offense coming crazy, defense coming stupid. We finna do our thing. Let's work.
Let's get it, man. Let's do it.
Whole lot of
do it.
whole lot of tutu.
Time to get ready to work.
Can't wait to see Auburn family soon. War Eagle.
It's hard to defeat a man who knows who he is and what he's here to do.
No weak links, man. Let's go ball out. Yeah, let's go play some daggone football.
I am no longer my own. I don't belong to myself. It's about we. It's about us. It's about the team. The what? The team. That's flipping the script. Coach me, coach. Push me, coach. We in here. I wanted to grind.
Vertical. That's better. Yeah.
You got to win together, but also what? Lose together. What's the key? Together. What's the key? Together. If you don't like working, you don't like what? Winning. Point blank period. That's it. That's all. If you don't like working, my dude, I don't know why you here. Good, better, best. Never let it rest. Till your good is better and your better is best. When no one gives you a chance, because no one gave me one, when no one gives you a chance, take one.
What about the young guys? You come, how they progress?
Well, all of them, I mean, really impressed. I mean, you know, Colton Hood shows up every day. T-Love is obviously picking up and moving fairly well, trying to adjust very well. And just seeing those guys, really been impressed with Sylvester Smith and what he's been able to do. Really smart kid. You can tell it's important to all of them and just trying to get the defense down. It's a lot thrown at them, but they are coming on, and we got a good group of upper guys that are leading the way for them and showing them the ropes. So it's been good to see those guys show up every day and compete at a high level.
There's some guys that give you some options in that secondary, and that's really important because we talked about it. There's kind of maybe no other spot on this team is there such a divide as there is in the secondary with old and young. There's not Caleb Wooden and a few guys. There's not many of those guys in the middle. And so this is going to be a group where you're going to have to see some of those young guys get some reps.
Caleb Wooden, Marquise Gilbert, maybe. Kyan Lee is a guy that Wes McGriff talking about today. He almost moves him out of that group. He doesn't talk about him in the
because
same
of the
vein
spring. Yep.
Because of the spring, because of how and that just goes to show how important that is for a player like that to get in there. Yeah, there's so many of those young DBs. It's almost hard to keep track of all of them. We got a little bit of insight into how they're doing today and what they bring to the table. Colton Hood apparently had 2 interceptions in practice today. His name has maybe buzzed the most out of those guys. Sylvester Smith has done a really good job at nickel. They, obviously they're getting a lot of reps equally, but Zach Etheridge did say he's looked good when he gets an opportunity with the ones. So he's a guy who's in that backup nickel spot right now.
Two late additions for this staff, guys, that they went on and said, hey, we like these guys. They made a push for kind of later in the process. So that's an interesting thing too. So it's been a different camp because of so many new names, so many different faces that we've seen. Looking forward to Saturday.
For sure.
I think it's going to be make or break for some young guys in terms of maybe this season, and then opportunity for some of these spots, whether it be that left guard spot. I think it's going to go back and forth. Quarterback, obviously, there's lots to digest coming Saturday.
Yeah.
first home game, first win, a crazy environment. Is it what you thought it would feel like?
The first win at Auburn will be special. And I think we've got great momentum right now. Our fans have been incredible. Season ticket sales have been incredible. Recruiting's going well. So to me, that first win just says, hey, they're one step closer.
Anticipation for the college football season is at an all-time high in the Plains.
In 2023, Colton Hood's freshman season at Auburn, he redshirted, but did appear in 4 games: UMass, Samford, Vanderbilt, and Maryland for the Music City Bowl, where he played 33 snaps and recorded 3 solo tackles. He has 4 years of eligibility remaining.
Relentless effort. We gonna be that light today.
I told you this week, you might ought to make sure that the first chapter is one that catches people's attention. So you ought to play with that passion and that heart, the Auburn heart. Bring the Auburn spirit. Bring the Auburn energy back to this stadium. Bring it back. Get it started right now. You got 7 opportunities in this place. Make every one of them count. Got it?
A new start for Auburn. A record crowd of over 88,000 is revved up. Let's get this season started. After a thrilling win on the West Coast, Auburn is home.
What memories we get to make. Not many people get to do what you're fixing to do. You're getting to go out in front of 89,000 people. And man, I just want you to be completely present. Completely present with each other, totally submersed in our goal to win a football game together here at Jordan-Hare, to go to 2-0 at home. So man, you gotta do it together. Put self on the back burner and do something special as a team. That's the memories that you'll remember for life.
The Tigers host Samford in front of a sold-out homecoming day crowd in the Plains.
Look how many people showed up to this game. You got go play for them. Go play for Auburn. It's about our identity. What do you want your identity to be?
Lead the Tigers onto the field here.
Go in there and get the popcorn ready for putting Sophie our way.
Throws it upfield, has a man open. Omari Kelly with the catch for the Tigers. Wide open. Touchdown, Hollywood Hopes. Pressure throws it up the boundary, and it's intercepted. Intercepted on the play. And picked off Jalen Simpson, his 3rd pick in as many games.
This is the 3rd time in a row. I'm telling y'all, it's not a fight.
What I want to say to you is that this trip to Nashville is not an easy one. It's a different feel. So what I'm saying to you is go up there and play confident and bring our own juice. Bring our own energy. Don't ask for don't need nobody to create it for you. We bring it with us.
Hello again, everyone. War Eagle, and welcome to another Saturday of Auburn Tiger football.
We gotta bring our own juice. We said it all week. We all bring the juice, brother. Bring your own juice. Anybody needs some action, I got plenty.
It does not matter what the environment or what the circumstances are. It matters how you respond to whatever they are. And we control the response to that.
Let's fight together. We get to do this together.
Let's build on what we did last week and make a statement today.
Mostly sunny skies overhead in Nashville. A huge Auburn crowd here as the Tigers get set to face the Vanderbilt Commodores.
It's go time.
Thorne from the gun. This time he does hand off. Jarquez Hunter in the clear. 45-50. He may be gone. He is gone. 30, 25, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Jarquez Hunter. 67 yards. Handoff, Jarquez Hunter. Jarquez Hunter 50. Jarquez Hunter into the clear. Jarquez Hunter. Take it to the house. 10, 5. Touchdown, Jarquez Hunter. Thorne looks to the end zone. Leaping catch at the 4-yard line. Jay Fair. Snap down. Kick on the way by McPherson. And the kick is good. Well, Auburn takes the lead into the locker room at the half.
Get the job done. Go down the field and put points on the board. Defense, shut them out. 30 minutes away. Let's go get this thing, get back to Auburn.
Steps up into the pocket, throws. He's got Fairweather wide open at the 25. 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Rivaldo Fairweather. 53 yards, Auburn to the end zone. He's in trouble. Seals fumble the football. Thorne with time throws. Caught! Javarius Johnson to the 40, to the 35-30, and down and out of bounds at the 20. Jet sweep, left side. It's a touchdown for Jeremiah Cobb. slammed down by Zarkevius Walker. Gets pressured down, he goes back at the 45. Gillespie with the carry, goes down. Lawrence Johnson. Hey, what's up with that way? Looks and he throws, and it is picked up by Bridget. He may go the distance to the 40, 35, makes a man miss and gets to the 26. And that will seal the deal on the pick by Nehemiah Bridget. And Auburn will pick up his second road win of the season. Pick up his first SEC road win of the season.
1, 2, 3, 4. War Eagle, fly down the field. Never to conquer, never yield. War Eagle, courage and truth. Run on, go, go, go. War Eagle, give them, hey, War Eagle. Dixieland.
This is Nashville on a beautiful, cold, wintry day for the Trans-Perfect Music City Bowl.
Are you guys ready for some professional wrestling?
Let's go.
Not been the case.
And B again, and Tigers all over him. Colton Hood makes the tackle to set up a third down.
Great job by Hood. One of those guys that they were seeking to step up, true freshman, able to get Hemby on the ground. We've already seen Hemby's ability to break tackles. That time Hood able to slow him down and force a third down. Maryland has been outstanding. 100% in this game so far. 3 for their 3 attempts going into this 4th attempt now.
And this is kind of no man's land. It could be Maryland scored touchdowns each of the times he was out there. And he's throwing down the field. It's batted around and caught by Jayshon Jones. Colton Hood had a hand on it and deflected it right to Jones for 26 yards.
Hood looked like Hood made a great play on this ball. The danger is whenever the ball is deflected up, especially towards the middle of the field, you hold your breath. Where the bodies are, everybody's running towards or through that portion. That time, Jayshon Jones, just great concentration.
3rd and 5 for the Terrapins. 3 of 8 on third down today. Jones comes in motion to the near side. 3rd down and 5, edge to throw to the boundary, complete, first down for Maryland at the 30-yard line to Shalik Knotts. Colton Hood brought him down, but not before a first down for Maryland.
Colton Hood, one of the young freshman signing class of 2022. Played in 3 games in the regular season, so this is his 4th game this year seeing action. Probably just gave him a little bit too much cushion on that stop route for the first down for Maryland.
Freshman out of Conyers, Georgia. 1st and 10, Maryland at its own 31.
Ain't nothing but a little bit of work, man.
We locked in.
You got a chance to play a good bit last year, but your classmates did not play as much. How much have you seen the growth out of your other three guys there at corner that you came in with?
I've seen a lot of growth between T. Scott and Colton Hood. Them boys we balling. Colton probably had the most picks, I'd say, last year during the spring. So that boy be getting his hands on the ball for sure, but them boys out there doing their thing.
Spring practice so far?
Man, I tell you, the biggest things I've enjoyed is just having the opportunity to watch the guys fly around, get back on the grass. You know, you step away from it, and then now it's like, hey, when we going to get started again? But now just seeing the guys digest the new system and watching them fly around, I really enjoyed that. But I've also enjoyed the installs and working with Coach Durkee.
Where have you seen the most growth in your position group since the end of last season?
I think the biggest growth is just understanding, you know, the game of football overall. And I think the biggest curve that they've turned is that no matter what the call is, play with phenomenal effort. You know, just be fanatical about your effort. And that's where the biggest growth has been. As you know, as always, you're going to be a better football player age 21 than you are at 18. And so just seeing them, you know, take the next step in terms of their football intelligence and developing their football IQ, man, is really amazing.
Is there anyone in particular that's really stood out to you so far this spring?
Well, you really hate as a coach singling guys out. And there's a handful of guys that's doing some good things, that's really trending in the right direction. But I would say the guy that's probably made the most improvement, I would have to say Colton Hood, 24. You can see it, you know, on the grass. But he's one of those guys that he put a lot in the classroom and it translates onto the field. But there are other guys that's doing well. But if you ask me to single out one guy that has made a quantum leap, I would say it's Colton Hood.
Anything in particular you're looking to get out of the rest of spring practice?
Oh, yeah, no question. We're looking for guys to be very, very consistent. We're looking for that consistency. We're looking for guys that play at a high level. You know, the guy that can play the game, you know, for 60 minutes. And, you know, just looking for guys that can impact the game and make plays. In particular on the back end, you want to see guys that have ball production, that can take the ball away when it's not intended for them. So those are the things that we're looking for. He's one of those players that I know I can't go home at night without cutting his tape up. You know, I was sitting in the office last night talking to Rohan Gaines, who joined us back in the secondary, and I said, well, you know, it's two people going to call us about videotape, so we can't go home until we cut it up. That's going to be Colton Hood and Ken Lee. And I'm 2 seconds later, Ken Lee called, hey, Coach, is my tape done yet? So you love that about a player. And I'm looking forward to watch his knowledge continue to grow because he's pouring a lot in that cup. I'm prepared regardless of the classification.
When we were talking to Kay the other day, he said Colton Hood probably had more interceptions in practice than anybody last season. What did you see out of his development over the course of last year and the kind of role he could play for you guys this year?
Well, he's had a lot of ball production in the first 2 practices this spring. But you're talking about a young man again that, he's going to study the game. He's going to put time in, you know, away from the grass. So when he gets on the grass, he has knowledge in terms of identifying formation, understanding coverages. And, it's just amazing to watch him put time in away from the game. And when he's on the field, he's very tentative. He's got a real strong IQ and plays with a lot of awareness. And I call him a ball hawk because some way he finds the ball and he gets his hands on it. You know, so I'm looking forward to continue to watch him do it and watch him do it in competition because he does it in practice over and over again. He's giving us evidence that he can be that guy, and so we got to coach him to that end. Because the name of the game is let's give offense some more possessions. Let's take the ball away.
Along with the ones that we have currently, so several are starting to flash. The secondary guys that we signed last year, many of them, whether it's Tyler Scott, we know Ken Lee's, played a lot of ball already for us, and Colton Hood is really showing up also. Sylvester Smith, so we're excited about those young guys.
You guys had a lot to replace in the secondary with just the guys that y'all lost to the league. How have you seen that group kind of evolve and improve over the course of spring?
That's probably I hope it's not fool's gold. I mean, we obviously lost a lot back there, but I've been really excited about the progress we're seeing back there from those young guys. I think Charles, Kelly, and Crime Dog have done a nice job with them, and you got a great leader in Keontae, But other than that, it's a lot of, well, Thompson's played considerable snaps, but of the guys we have here, I mean, we're fixing to ask a lot of young guys to play some considerable snaps. Kay Lee's, I think, really talented. I think Tyler Scott and Colton Hood and Champ Anthony have all had really solid camps. I think we did really well with those young guys. Faustin's going to be a good player too. So Crawford also, but really excited. You know, Keontae and Kay Lee and Colton Hood and JD have done really well at those corner spots. I think Antonio Kite's coming on. So I think that's probably where, if I had to say, we've made the most noticeable improvement. That's probably where I would say.
Yeah. Ow! Yeah. Y'all think too small, I got big dreams.
What's going, guys? We just hit the airport in Atlanta. We're so excited to get to Boulder, and I thought I should show y'all something funny. Trent said, since there's no phones in the meeting rooms, Trent decided to say that he's going to leave his in Georgia, and he didn't even bring his phone. He left it in the car. He left it in the car. He said he's ready to come in somebody. Word on the street.
I thought they did really good in the secondary. Colton Hood is a sleeper. He was going to be the third cornerback at Auburn, and a lot of people thought he should have been starting at Auburn over some really good talent that they have. Like Auburn has 2 NFL corners, and he was right in that mix. He probably had the best spring of any defensive back at Auburn.
Always been a visionary. But the way I'm blacking out, I think it's getting scary. Get a fan by the win, it's hereditary. You don't take a loss here, yeah, we legendary. Let's go. Yeah, we top 5 with it. Yeah, we going up, ain't no stopping it. Cry good, proud with it. Yeah, we going up, ain't no stopping it. All I got is tunnel vision. All I got is tunnel vision. All I got is every time I pull up, you know I'ma shut it down. Took some L's in my own, now I hand them out. I got some hitters in my city, but it's send them out. Zero tolerance for haters while they run their mouth. I'm about to go. When you win it too much, is what it look like. I'm a heavyweight, tell them this is something like, whoa. They see the come on, they think it happened overnight. They try to imitate, I tell them they don't do it right. No, always been a visionary. But the way I'm blacking out, I think it's getting scary. Get a fan by the win, it's hereditary. We don't take a loss here, yeah, we legendary. Gotta tell them, yeah, we top 5 with it. Yeah, we going up, ain't no stopping it. Cry good, proud with it. Yeah, we going up, ain't no stopping it. All I got is tunnel vision. All I got is tunnel vision. All I got is.